Hi. As you can see, I've put together an ad hoc studio or display here for my coins. But I just wanted to start talking about things I've been thinking about, deep things. Am I a coin collector? I've always loved coins. But recently, last few years, I could buy coins. Okay. So am I coin collecting or am I coin buying? It's pretty funny, I think. Of course, I love to fill the albums with the quarters, state quarters, and try to find the D's. And, that's fun. That's coin collecting. That's pretty cool. You're not paying for it. You're finding cool stuff. But mostly, if you want to have some good coins, collectible coins, you have to buy them. So I'm just on a quest to, why collect coins? I love it for the history. And personally, I just got into the so-called dollars and medals. I never really did collect business strike coins. I have them. Of course, they're beautiful. But, how many Morgans can you have? And they're all they're beautiful, but it can get boring. And, of course, if you don't have money, you can't get the key dates. So I went into the medals and I saw a video by Dennis Tucker talking about modern medals. I urge you to go check out that YouTube video. He's showing me, cool contemporary medals that are collectible and beautiful, and you don't have to be rich. Some of them might be collectible. They definitely don't have big mintages. Let me look at some of these things. Dennis Tucker, Jeff Shevlin, of course. He's the one of the experts with his co-author on so-called dollars. All the different expositions where they made these things. Daniel Carr, of course. Many of you probably heard of him. I have some of his coins. Really cool. I love you guys to maybe you have more information than me about Daniel Carr. I know he makes his own dies. But some of his coins have sort of like the reverse on Morgan's, the eagle. I wonder if that's his. I would think that it has to be his. I wonder how different it is from the original, because obviously you can't copy an original. Maybe you can try. I think he's tried to improve. But I have to look at these coins side by side. Maybe some of you out there have, to see what the difference is between a Daniel Carr and an original. I know he did make some coins. He had gotten destroyed dies, and so he was able to mint some coins with the X right across the face. So Jeff Garrett, of course, what an amazing story about the Great Kentucky Horde. Look up that story. Just amazing. My goodness. I feel like I want to go looking for gold. Gold coins in the ground. Yeah, right. So anyway, my coins here, a lot of metals, some silver, only one small piece of gold. I don't have the money. I mean, I can't justify paying thousands of dollars for a coin. Can't. Barely hundreds. But we do love these coins. Thankfully, I'm not, I'm able to get some small things here and there. My philosophy is lately with the metals is buy a nice variety of pretty cool things. And usually they're not worn because they're metals. So usually they're in very good shape and for a good price. So for not a lot of money, you could collect a lot of beautiful medals and tokens that were actually designed and engraved by George Morgan, Barber, all the greats. So anyway, here, look at my necklace I made. There you go. 3 coins on there. I'm not sure what it is. It's a peace dollar, a large dollar, and a Seat of Liberty dime. Pretty cool, right? First one I made. I have a few of these for sale, but not this one. This is mine. Here's a few that I do have for sale. Here's just a Kennedy on a beautifully braided braid. This I really like. Here's a large cent and a Barber dollar. on a beautiful necklace. Here's two the same, I believe. A Kennedy dollar with a Sacagawea. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, so let me show you what things I might. So let me show you what I have here. Just enjoy. I couldn't tell you exactly what everything is at this point. I do have it listed, but sorry for the glare. Let's do better. Look at that. Bicentennial medals. Too similar here. I think this is silver. Yep. Well, here we go. Check it out. Got an Isabella quarter. Columbian Expo. Very cool. $1915 Panama Pacific Exposition right there. Here's one of these beautiful, pardon. Here's one of these beautiful medals that I'm blown away about. Look at that. Was that a reverse proof? Beautiful. Liberty. Here's a Type C reverse, 1964. D. I sort of got a collection of those 64 different types. Look at this. Here's a Trump medal. $20 from the mint. This is really cool. 1992. Salute to Cowboy Bob Womack, who discovered gold in Colorado. Cripple Creek, Colorado. All right, here we go. Look at this. I love this. Another medal for from one of the expositions. Sorry about that. Look at that. I think it's the official medal. You know what I try to do? Of course, I'm trying to get the official medal from each of the main expositions. There's usually only one official medal. Then there's lots of others that you could also collect. But look at that. I'm told this might be a rare one in the future. I got the Jeff Garrick book, 100 Best Modern Coins to Collect. Pretty cool. Look at this. That one right there is a Daniel Carr. Look at that. Look at this. I thought it was gorgeous. It's very similar. Sorry. It's very similar too. He designed the New York State Quarter. I believe it's similar. Maybe not. There's a national medal right there. Here's my gold from the Panama Pacific, 1915 S. It's clean, but God, I love it. I love it. I want to collect. I would love to get the $2.50, but that's over $4,000 for a $2.50 coin. Crazy. Look at this one I just got recently. It was a poor buy. It was a good price, but it's really damaged. It's from one of the expositions. It's aluminum. In those days, aluminum was a big breakthrough, and there's the landing of Columbus. Pretty cool. And there's right there, one of the official medals of 1876 Centennial. There it is. And I love it. I think that's good, just gorgeous. Look at I think it's gilted, I don't know, brass or something. All right, let's go up here. Got a 1970D, supposedly going to be collectible. Proof? No. MS-64. Another one of those little Liberty medals, just gorgeous. Proof. Here's an accident here. Kennedy, 1964. Proof 67, beautiful. Look at that standing Liberty quarter. Look at that. It's a CAC holder. Let's go over here. Look at this. From the mint, the flowing hand metal. Beautiful. Here we go. From the mint. Pretty cool. Now, here is a Daniel. No, it's not a Daniel Carr. It's a California Midwinter Exposition, 1894. It's aluminum. I think it's gorgeous. I got this for, what, about $40? $30? Maybe it was $15. I don't remember, but geez, it's gorgeous. It's like mint state. I'm going to send this in. Let's see. And here is a Daniel Carr signed. And that is his design for the New York State Quarter. Let's see what else we have. All right. Here's an official medal for one of the expositions. I think it might be the California Midwinter, 1898 maybe. I think it's copper. I think it's one of the rarer ones. It's hard to see. I'm sorry. Here's another 1915 medal from the Panama Pacific. Look at that. Jeez. And another one, 1876 Centennial, so-called dollar. I believe that's brass. Look at that. Here is a Daniel Carr restrike. This thing's gorgeous. Look at this. This is Daniel Carr's own engraving. Minted on an original barber quarter. If you look at it closely, you could see some remnants of the past, but it's a 1917. Look at that. And you know there's no such 1917. That's why these are called fantasy coins. Oh, look at the back. Sorry about that. Focus. We'll have to know how much that differs from the original. Pretty cool, huh? Here's another Daniel Carr. Oh my God, a trade dollar. Look at this. Sorry about that. Look at that. Just gorgeous. MS-69. On my budget, I could never get a real one. So I've got a Daniel Carr, and if you ask me, it's just as rare and even better to have. Because where are you going to get these? Look at the reverse. Let's see. I would love to compare this to an original. See what the difference is. Of course, he has written down silver dollar at the bottom. I don't know if that's the only difference. I know some of his, he's done the broken arrows one. And here we go. Look at this. Another Daniel Carr. MS-70, 2023 medal. My goodness. Look at that. That is, I believe, the Denver Mint. And here's the reverse. Just gorgeous. MS-70. Well, that's my collection. My final thing is, look, what's the use of having coins if you can't show people? I mean, or at least see them yourself. I mean, what do most coin collectors do? Do they, put them away, lock them in, put away in their boxes or folders and not to be seen by anyone? Do you ever bring them out? I found this display case. It's not for coins, but I'm using it for it. And wow, right here in my bedroom, I can see that they shine. This reminds me of why I love these coins. You put them away, you forget about them. You don't enjoy them. All right, so that's it.